I do a stream of consciousness and it just kind of comes out and just kind of goes when I do videos. I don't use a lot of notes and use planning. It just comes out of me. And when it's there, it's there. And I captured it in this video, as you probably, hopefully you noticed. So I have the air conditioner off now, but just bear with me on the first part of this video and a little bit of background noise. Just ignore it. We were talking about what is the human force that creates a present and future existence. We were talking about going home. And then I was going to tell you about the common point philosophy. I do have the air conditioner off this time. So, here we go. The common point philosophy in a nutshell is a philosophy I developed. If you watch the other video about it, it gives you more detail. I'm going to do a really short snippet on what it is. It's not a religion. I'm not trying to start a religion. It's a philosophy about being connected to nature, connected to source. And I believe when you are connected to that source, you can create an amazing life. When you understand the process of connecting to that source. I'll do a really quick example. A runner. You got an Olympic runner wanting to win a race. She needs to connect to essence of what I call source to win that race. Because we all are interconnected in this world, in the universe, and on the earth, everywhere. So as she is going to start the race, she's on the track, she's going to start the race. This is how she can connect to source. She needs to focus on the outcome. You, no matter what you're doing, buying a car, buying a house, her running a race, finishing or winning a race, finding the love of your life, going on a diet, trying to sleep at night. I don't care what it is. Focus on the outcome, not the means, not the process. She's not going to focus on the process. She's done the process for months. She's got it down. She knows how to run it. You know how to sleep. You've done it a million times. You know how to cook. You've done it a million times. Don't worry about the process. Worry about the outcome. Focus just on the outcome. I had a video a couple of other days. Push. Just one more day. One more day. Don't focus on the process. Just focus on the outcome. You want to buy a house. Focus on the outcome. Don't worry about the money, the means, the savings, the location, the size, the shape, the color. Don't focus on any of that. Focus on the outcome. Go and look at a model house. Take a picture of it. Stick it on your refrigerator. Put it on your wall. Put it on your mirror. Focus on living in that house. See yourself living in that house in all aspects. Taking the trash out, driving the car in the driveway, unlocking the door, using the dishwasher, Thanksgiving dinner in that house. Back to the runner. She's focusing on the ribbons, winning, seeing the ribbon hit her body as she crosses the finish line. She's focusing on the outcome. Don't focus on the means. This country is so screwed up. We all focus on means. I gotta work 4 jobs. I gotta save. I gotta have so much money. That all will come if you just focus on the outcome. Back to the house. I talk in my other video. I did this a couple years ago. I wanted to buy a house. I saw a house. I walked into it. I found out who owned it. I went to them. I ended up renting the house. Got in the house. I'm physically in the house. I wanted to buy the house. I had no way in God's earth I could buy that house. I was working in a grocery store. I was making minimum wage. But I focused on me owning that house. Over time, things changed in my life where I was making enough income, I had enough money coming in, I had enough credit to get around it. It all worked its way out, and I bought that house. Same way with the runner. Focus on the outcome. That's how simple it is. That's part of the Calm Point philosophy. It's not about praying, oh, God, give me this. Just don't get me started on that. That's wishful thinking. It's not wishful thinking. It's focus on the outcome. Anyway, I'm going to edit the first part of this video with this part of the video. And this started out with, what is the human force that creates our present and future existence? It's home. We always revert home, no matter what we do. As I said, I was standing in the kitchen with my mom. I said, Mom, one of these days, I'm going to be famous. One of these days, I'm going to make it. And I did. Okay? And that was focusing on the outcome. I wasn't focusing on the process. I wasn't focusing on how I was going to write songs and who I was going to meet and how I was going to network and when should I go to Nashville or should I move to LA and all that kind of. I was focusing on that. I was focusing on celebrating with my mom. Mom, I wrote that song. The song you hear on the radio. That song you hear on the internet called Blame It on the Moon. I wrote that song, Mom, that's my song. Blame It on the Moon. I wrote that song. That song's all over the world. It's everywhere. So just focus on the outcome. And you can bring it home. Everything reverts about bringing it home. If you listen to a song, if you read a poem, or if you read a book, eventually the closing is about going home, the finish line. Fixing the dilemma, finding the love of your life. It's all about going home. As I said in the beginning, we started in the womb. It was comfortable, it was warm, it was nourishing. It was safe. Then we were born. We're out in the world like birds pushed out of a nest. We're out there. We're out there. But when we're out there, we always seek to go back. We always seek to go back. And when you understand that, going forward is a lot easier. When you understand that, going forward is a lot easier. What is the human force that creates our present and future existence? It's a longing to return home. You can see it right now in Israel and what's going on in Israel. They claim they have a homeland. Palestinians claim they have a homeland. It's all about going home. It's our home. And the hardest part for human beings to understand is that you need to get along. We all need to live on this planet together. Not fight over that's my home. You don't need to be the Hatfields and McCoys. This is my property. I understand that. You want to protect your home. You want to say, this is mine. It's not yours. But when you go back 2,000 years, it gets a little ridiculous. Okay? We need to get along. On this planet, it's getting smaller and smaller. We need to get along. So, remember, your home is where you hang your hat. Your home is where your heart lies. To my mom, hi Mom, I made it. But when I say I made it, I'm not trying to, oh, you're famous, you're rich, you got 11 cars, you got 5 houses. No. I made it because I could go home and say What was my driving force to go home, tell my mom, I did well. I did well. It's that simple. It's so simple. So no matter what you want to do, no matter what your career choice is, no matter what your passion is, no matter what you want to do, remember you're doing it because you want to go back and say, I did it. That's the reason you're doing it. That is your motivation. It's not money. It's not fame. It's not owning a big house. It's not being any of those things. Those are all the trappings of being successful. It's just simply very organic. It's about going back and saying, I did this. It's about going back to high school. Hey, I got picked to be first string in a football team in college. Excuse me. It's about going back to your buddies when you grew up and say, hey, look at me, man. I did this. It's not necessarily bragging rights. It's just about going home and putting it all together. Hope this makes sense to you guys, because it did to me. It hit me really hard in the middle of the night. I'm like going, you know, it's so simple. It's so simple. So whatever you want to do, whatever your passion is, look back to when you were a little kid. Look back to when you were a little kid and say, that's where I started. This was where I am. I'm doing pretty darn good. If you're not doing darn good, look back again and it will tell you why. If you look back in your past, it will tell you why you are where you are today. It's this simple. I'm going to go for now. I'm starting to perspire. It's been a little rough making videos. I'm not making excuses because my air conditioner went out in the house and I just don't have the $15,000. I just don't. I can't do it. I just don't have the money. I got other things that are more important. And so I'm doing my videos in my one room. And I got an air conditioner in the window. And I just chill off the room and come in here and we do the videos. Eventually I will get the money up. I'm focusing on the outcome. And now get the air conditioning fixed in the house. But right now, I live in Florida. It's 95 degrees in here. So it's a little hot. Anyway, I'm going to go. I'm not going to say long goodbyes. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.